What is that? What did you just drop out of your mouth? You being a good boy? He's just so happy to be here with me in this moment? Or do you smell my food? Hello, everyone. All right. It's like 5 o'clock, 5:30 actually, on a Tuesday, trash day. And I thought I would start vlogging. It's May 4th, so I skipped the beginning of May, so sorry. I'm doing really well. First things first, because we are gluttons for punishment, my boyfriend and I have decided to do a juice cleanse. Never done one before. So basically, we just got back from vacation in Arizona where all we did was eat fried food, Mexican food, street food, corn. Do you want to come inside? You don't have to. Philip doesn't know for sure. Yeah, so all we did was eat crazy things. It was really delicious, all of it. We had a really good time. But we are going to start the keto diet. For me, and I think for David too, we both sort of feel like it'd be good to like sort of kind of reset, even if it's not. Okay, so here's the thing. Whether or not a juice cleanse really confers all of the magical benefits that a lot of people claim that they do in terms of flushing out toxins and giving you more energy and all of that, I don't really care. For me, I think this is good for me as even just a mental reset in terms of thinking about food as a way to sort of prime myself for going on the keto diet. Even though it's very, very different. You could never have juice like this on the keto diet because there's so many carbs. Did not sleep well last night at all. I had crazy nightmares and just did not sleep. And then Philip woke me up and doing dog things. Anyway, so we're doing this as kind of a reset. There are 5 juices and then a cashew milk for if you're feeling really low energy-wise or if you're going to work out or something. I'm a little worried about the cashew milk. Anyway, this is not the vlog about juicing. All right, it is now almost midnight. It's like 11:50. I'm editing the April wrap-up, which is also the March and October 2020 wrap-up. My voice is tired from doing this video. I think I'm not used to talking this much. So anyway, the last juice, dandelion, watermelon, spinach, lemon, and apple. Ain't it? It's not a good juice. Like algae. Gotta finish this before I can go to bed. Oh, that's not good. Oh God. Good morning. It is like 6:30 in the morning, 6:44 in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. It's been a few days since the last vlog entry. Went to bed at 12:30, watched some TV, and went to probably sleep at 1:30. Woke up to go to the bathroom, and then I've been awake ever since. I don't know when that was, but I was in bed for 5 hours, so that's good, I guess. And I'm gonna try and read some more of Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. The cover of this book is so beautiful, but the ebook doesn't have that artwork on it at all. This is the cover. That's not the cover. That's not pretty. I started reading it a few days ago. I'm on page 27. Barely begun it, but I like it. I'm probably going to read some of this. Maybe get some work done today. I have a lot of video editing work to do that I keep dragging my feet on, so I need to get that done. And pay some bills. Super fun. And I actually also have my Book of the Month Club 6-month membership, which was a Christmas present that I have yet to actually sign up for, so maybe I'll do that and include you in the journey. Yeah, for now, it's Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon and me. I just read another chapter in this book, and Rivers Solomon is a very highlightable author. Doing a lot of highlighting. And I really like this book. It's reminding me a little bit of The Color Purple because of the friendship between these two girls. But because I've read The Color Purple, I don't have super optimistic feelings about what's coming. I'm pretty sure this is dystopian too, so my fear is well placed, I believe. On chapter 4 now. Hey everybody. Okay, so it is 6 o'clock in the afternoon now, early evening. I have work to do still, but I wanted to finally take care of this. So my wonderful boyfriend entered me into the Book of the Month Club for Christmas. So I got this little card. What's better than a great book? 6. So I'm going to go to this website. The perfect gift for fun havers. I'm a fun haver, you guys. Okay, redeem a gift. Gift code. Okay, so Things We Lost to the Water, a moving multi-generational saga about one family's attempts to weather the storms confronting them in an adopted home. How lucky. I'm not super into contemporaries. The last thing he told me, the propulsive story of a new wife and stepmother who must unravel the mystery left behind when her husband disappears. That sounds fun and up my alley. Okay, I thought this was the Steve Jobs book. Big Brother turns out to be Big Sister in this piercing take on Silicon Valley and the misogyny that keeps it ticking. Okay, Ariadne. I like mythology-based stories. Things We Lost in the Water. Can I learn more about this book? Let's go to Goodreads and look these up. One book behind schedule. By the way, you guys, Sorrowland. Super good. What was that called? Things We Lost to the Water. I don't know how to pronounce Nguyen. So let's do the thing that I do, Nguyen. And then you look for an interview. And you'll usually get to hear how they pronounce their name this way.
Hi, my name is Eric Nguyen, and I am the author of Things We Lost to the Water.
I'm going to teach you how to pronounce Nguyen and the spelling of Nguyen.
We're going down a rabbit hole, folks, but this is my life, so thank you for coming along. Nguyen.
So before you can pronounce them,
it's not quite right, but I'm getting closer. Okay, fine. So anyway, Things We Lost to the Water has almost 4.0, which is good on here. It's kind of hard to break the 4.0 thing on here, I've noticed. Roxane Gay gave it 4 stars. Devastatingly beautiful novel. Secrets, Deceits, and... Oh, so I'm really into this. I'm into this. I just read 2 novels about women whose husbands disappear and then they have to unravel a mystery. So I'm interested in this. I might read the ebook, but I would rather support an author of color and read something that is a little bit different from what I've been reading. Not super into contemporary. Ariadne is not speaking to me, so I'm going to choose Things We Lost to the Water. My box. But no, I'm not here to buy books. I'm here to get my free book. So, ship my box. Cool. There's confetti, you guys. They're throwing a party for me. The 14th through the 17th. So I don't know when that's going to come. But hey, I did that. So that's one other thing I did today other than the work I'm supposed to be getting done. It is the 13th, and tomorrow I will officially be fully vaccinated, which is very exciting. So, did this and had my breakfast, which was egg bites that had spinach and sausage in them and mozzarella cheese, 3 strips of bacon, some Brazil nuts, and coffee. So the keto is happening. I feel good about the keto, by the way. I'm feeling really good. And I've lost like 8 pounds. So we're happy about that. Okay, folks. It is folks. Since when did I call you folks? I'm calling you folks now. And I just finished doing a lot of work on video stuff for people, clients. But I think of myself as just like a guy who makes some money doing video editing on the side. So calling them clients makes me feel a little bit pretentious, but I guess clients. And I'm going to sit here on the couch and I'm going to watch TV or YouTube or something, and I'm going to eat these Parmesan wisps, which is like chips made out of fried cheese. So I had a keto-friendly ice cream last night from a brand called Rebel. There's like a lot of carbs, but then you subtract out the dietary fiber and the sugar alcohols, and it's very little. And I have to tell you that I wrap my pints of ice cream in paper towels, so that I don't have to hold on to the freezing cold carton. And I literally unwrapped it twice to double check. It was fine, but I was like, it was so good that I just didn't trust it, and it made me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna sit here and watch some stuff, and then I'm going to continue reading Sorrowland by River Solomon. I think I really like their writing, by the way. My arm is getting tired. Wow, I just turned into an old man when I said that. My arm. I like their writing a lot. It's a little abstract sometimes, and I dig it. And I'm fascinated by this story. I cannot imagine where it's going next. I love this book so far. I'm almost about to predict this will be 5 stars for me, but we shall see, because I'm only 46, almost halfway through. And I'm going to read it, and I'll get back to you on that later. Okay, hello everyone. It is now 8:30 almost. I baked a keto chocolate cheesecake, went to Publix, the grocery store here, 3 times, to Walgreens twice. I got all these pictures printed, made a collage that is in a really pretty frame that you can't see because I wrapped it in this pretty paper that I got from Walgreens. And I made so many meatballs for my dog. And these are the meatballs. His pill gets cut in half and goes in 2 meatballs per day. So he gets to have like real meat every day because he's very, very lucky. See how lucky he feels? You can tell how much he feels lucky. He thinks he's getting more today, but he already had his 2 meatballs, so I need to put these in the freezer. I'm gonna make keto pizza crust so that we can have a keto pizza night. David gets off work in a half an hour at 9 p.m. and has to be at work before 10 tomorrow. So I just wanna have as much ready as possible when he gets here so we can have a birthday before he like falls asleep. I got 1 video for a client done today, so that's good. That's all I got done, and all of this. Hopefully I will see you again soon talking about a book. Hello everyone. Okay, it is I don't even know what day it is. I think it's the 20th. The 19th, just got back from my walk with Philip. And so I've been doing nothing but video editing in the last couple of days, but I'm making some headway on the stuff I have to get done, which is good. But along the way on our route, we stopped at the mailbox, and look what came. So unnecessarily huge knife. It was the only one that was clean that I could see. Book of the month. Okay. Why is this in a book of the month box? I don't understand. That's weird. And I guess this was just a guide for them to know what to put in it. Anyway, things we lost to the water. Trying to remember exactly what this is about. So the book looks like it's all damaged, and it's not. It's the artwork. Anyway, yep. Got my book of the month book, and now I'm gonna go back to work. So, goodbye. Okay, so Sorrowland by River Solomon. I finished it last night. I gave it 4 stars. There were parts of the book I loved, but the book took some turns and had some tonal shifts or something that I was not expecting. And so I felt like I didn't know what book I was reading part of the time. I have an issue with that in books. If it changes drastically from one kind of book to another kind of book, that's exciting, but as a reader, I find it a little frustrating, and then I start to lose interest. So I did a little bit for a part of Sorrowland, and then I adjusted because it was clear that we were not going back to the old way. It just takes a turn and becomes a lot more fantastical than I guess I expected. But the writing remained really solid, and the characters were really compelling. So yeah, so that's finished. I gave it 4 stars. Now I'm trying to choose what I will read next. One option is to read my book of the month book, Things We Lost to the Water. I think the next thing I'm going to read on my Kindle is Goldilocks by Laura Lamb, which was making all the rounds last year, and I bought it, but I didn't read it. I do want to read something physical because since David is out of town, I can stay up late and have the light on to read a physical book, and it won't be irritating anybody for the next couple days. How long is this book? Resting the book on my dog's back. And he says, sure, great, thank you. $2.89. Only $2.89 for this. So this is an option, but I also really want to get to another thriller or mystery just because that's been what's been sustaining my reading. So I could go to a Murder, She Wrote book because I have a few now. I think I have like 3 or 4. I think I have the first 5 and I read the first one. So I think I have 4 more of those. I also want to read Death in Her Hands by Ottessa Moshfegh. But the next book I'm going to read is going to be physical. So let's actually just go to the bookshelves and choose a book. Philip, you're going to have to move. He says, no, I don't. I don't have to move. Everything is fine just the way it is. Yeah, we're going. I'm so sorry. So, let's go into the library and choose a book. Okay, so these are all my thriller mysteries. Something Wicked This Way Comes, which was a gift from Bert. I've already read that. Oh, Nikki French. I could start Nikki French. This is the first in a long series, Blue Monday. I have Shirley Jackson's short stories to read. We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Read this, loved it. Haven't read The Shining. Read that. I haven't read this. This is like a adventure book. I don't know if this belongs here. I don't want to get like too intense into like the really Halloween-y stuff. The Bookseller I'm interested in because I really enjoyed this book, The Glass Forest by Cynthia Swanson. Consumed, I think it's about a firefighter. Jessica Fletcher, let's have you move just for a moment. Consumed, it looks like a little chunky. Anne Ashburn is a woman consumed by her bitter family legacy, by her scorched career as a firefighter, by her obsession with department bad boy Danny McGuire, and by a new case that pits her against a fiery killer. Strong-willed Anne was fearless and loved the thrill of fighting fires, pushing herself to be the best. But when one risky decision at a warehouse fire changes her life forever, Anne must reinvent not only her job but her whole life. Shattered and demoralized, Annie finds her new career as an arson investigator, a pale substitute for the adrenaline-fueled life she left behind. She doesn't believe she will ever feel the same all-consuming passion for her job again until she encounters a string of suspicious fires setting her beloved city ablaze. But then there's also Death in Her Hands, Ottessa Moshfegh short stories. I want a mystery thriller, so we'll take this out. And then where are the Murder, She Wrote? Oh, there they are. I have a lot, turns out. These two, which are newer and I read already. I've got the hardcover that I read already. And then I read the first book, which is Gin and Daggers. So my next book would be, I think this is the right order, Manhattans and Murder. When her new book tour brings best-selling mystery writer Jessica Fletcher to New York for Christmas, Christmas in the City. So I don't want to like delay all of these books until after Christmas, but I also don't want to read this in summer. That sucks. So I'm not going to read Things We Lost to the Water right now. I'm going to read one of these. I guess we could put these on this little shelf. I used to consider this my TBR shelf, and then I wasn't reading for a while. And I put books here that are like next in line. So I guess I'll put Eric Nguyen on here too. I think I said that right, maybe. And then we have this little bookish moment. Okay, so I did all that. I spent way too much time vlogging me choosing a book. And now I really need to get to work. So I'm going to stop with all of this silliness and nonsense. And I'm going to work. And when you see me again, it will be late and I will be reading, I hope. Weather is really cool when you speed it up. And those are my deep thoughts for tonight. It's 1 a.m., 1:09 a.m., and David is in Texas until tomorrow night, as I've told you. So I'm just staying up late the way I would have done before I had a normal person living in my house, catching up on some video work. I've gotten a lot done. But I haven't eaten dinner. I haven't eaten anything since I had breakfast, and then I had like some salami and cheese as like a snack. I feel like I want to watch a scary movie, and then I want to start reading. And I have decided I'm start reading Death in Her Hands by Ottessa Moshfegh, just because I put it off for far too long. I'm gonna make a small salad, I guess. Or maybe I'll just have some salami and cheese. I'm gonna be done in like a half an hour. And then I'll eat. But I need a snack. It's really, my life is really complicated right now, you guys. It's like really hard. So it's 3:25. This is what happens when my boyfriend isn't here. I just revert to my old habits. And I stay up until the next day. I never really ate dinner. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a salad when I'm done. And I left the dressing out so that it would, because it gets solidified in the fridge, and I left it out so that it would be ready. And guess what I don't feel like having at 3:30 in the morning? Salad. So I'm gonna do a really good job, and I'm gonna eat some salami, pepper jack cheese sticks, and my old friend, caffeine-free Coke Zero. Which, by the way, when you haven't had caffeine in a year and you haven't had sugar in weeks, caffeine-free Coke Zero tastes really good. So yeah, I'm gonna have cheese sticks and salami until I have had enough to feel like I've had my dinner. And then I'm gonna crack open some ice cream. In case you wanted to know, this stuff right here is it. It is creamy. It is delicious. It is all just fat, and it's dietary fiber and sugar alcohols, so the carbs don't actually count. So the net carbs, which is what we're worried about on keto, per pint, 5 grams. So I can have this entire container of ice cream and stay on keto. But then I'm gonna read. So I'm staying up until the sun comes up, and I've just accepted that. And again, this is what happens when I don't have a normal person to say, hey, babe, I think it's time to go to sleep now. I'm very excited to read Ottessa Moshfegh, though. It's been a long time. Let's get this show on the road. What is that? What did you just drop out of your mouth? Philip. You're so cute. You being a good boy. He's just so happy to be here with me in this moment. Or that's not for you, sir. You ate. I didn't. Hey, so it's 5:15 p.m. and the date is the 24th. I finished this last night and I really liked it. It was so not what I was expecting, but I guess I was expecting that. Knowing Ottessa Moshfegh, she wrote a mystery and a thriller, but not in the way you expect it to be at all. I thought it was so smart and so clever, and I got so concerned and worried, and it had me on edge for a long time. So I read the first chapter the first night because it was 50 pages long. And then I read the second chapter a couple days later, and then I read all the rest of it last night until about 3 something in the morning. So I read pages 97 through 259 last night. But it zoomed by because I was so intrigued and so invested and so on edge and so concerned. I think I figured out what the book was doing a third of the way through, maybe half of the way through, but I wasn't sure because it continued to sort of stump me in certain ways. So I kept reading partially because I wanted to see if I was right, which is what mysteries are supposed to do. And I haven't read a mystery that did such a good job of that in a long time. I love that Ottessa Moshfegh has kept her place in my mind as an author that I have to read and as an author that will always surprise and challenge me. I kind of want to read it again immediately just to go back and start putting all the threads together. I'm not going to do that though because I want to move on to something else. I think I'm going to do something to my hair today. Not totally sure, but I think I will. Hey everybody, okay, so it is Wednesday, sitting here on the couch with my coffee. I'm probably going to read some more in this Murder, She Wrote novel that has a cover that I hate called Rum and Razors. I'm about halfway through. I read a quarter of it the first night and then I read like another quarter of it last night. So funny thing, so Rum and Razors. So this is funny to me because in the first book, Jessica's having a meeting with this like really annoying publisher guy who's like, I don't know, trying to get her to switch publishers or something. And to get him out of her hair, she comes up with this ridiculous idea, she thinks, of like, we'll do a series and every book will be named after a drink. So the first book will be called Gin and Daggers, and the second one will be called Manhattans and Murder, and the third one will be called Rum and Razors. And he thinks that's a terrible idea and kind of like cools off on the idea of like signing with her. And so she's like, good, leave me alone. So what's funny is that that's exactly what the books are called. I skipped the second book. I don't know if like there's any mention in the second book if she decided to use those titles or if this is just a joke from the author for us. I'm going to read these in order. I want to read all 54 books, and by the time I get to 54, there will be more than 54 books, just because they're so easy to read, and they're not expensive, and they're cute little mass market paperbacks that take like 2 days to read, and sometimes it's nice to have something like that in your back pocket. Oh, I just realized there's a scary face in the moon. There's a moon behind this tree, and there's coconuts making a scary face. This book is about Jessica basically... Really, Philip? He's really tired. I guess he's just laying there and just moaning. Maybe he's really comfortable. This book is about Jessica going on vacation to St. Thomas and staying in a resort inn, like seaside inn, that's owned and operated by two friends of hers, of course. The place is gorgeous, but they're having a hard time because there's a resort next door that wanted to buy the property that they bought, but it wasn't available, and then they did something to grease the wheels of like a local politician to change the zoning or whatever so that they could buy it. And the people next door are accusing them of having bribed this senator or person or whoever. And anyway, Jessica's on vacation and they're like, no, but really, please enjoy your vacation. We're just extremely stressed out and in a bad mood all the time. But enjoy your vacation. It's so great to see you. And then, so she does. And there's a scene in this book that, I mean, these books are just really, I don't want to call them disposable, but you know what I mean? These are just like quick, easy reads. But there's a scene in this book that really kind of touched me where Jessica, it's like midnight and there's like moonlight and she decides to walk along the beach. And she takes a moment and she stops and it says she looks up at the starry sky to whoever might be up there and says, thank you for my beautiful life. And I just thought that was very sweet. And then a moment later, she finds a dead body. So that moment is ruined. But I'd like to read more of this because it's taken me 2 days to get halfway through and I'd like to finish it tonight. Well, okay, I read a couple chapters and I have discovered once again that I think it's weird to read during the day. Hey, so we went on our walk it was like 10:45 or 10:30. Philip and I went on our walk in the dark because he needed a walk because I had spent all day editing. So we did, and we went to the mailbox. I got some books. I was clever enough to bring a plastic bag with me on the walk so that in case the books were in the mailbox, I could carry them easily. I got Night at the Fiestas, which is a short story collection by Kristen Valdez Quade. She's the author of the Five Wounds, I believe it's called, which is a book I saw that's new that I really wanted to read. Heard this collection was awesome, and I need some more short stories in my life, so I bought it. Okay, and then here's my big, there's probably 2 books in here. I need a knife. 2 books, one of them is big. I don't remember what I ordered. The first is, I think this is The Dry. The Dry by Jane Harper. I'm sure you all know all about this. It is a series that everyone reads and likes, and I would like to read it. And the physical copy was very inexpensive. I think I got it for $4 or $5. I don't mind the typeface. It's nice and small, so it's visually pleasing to me. And I don't mind the, whatever that's called. And then, Long Bright River by Liz Moore. I forget. 2 sisters travel the same streets, though their lives couldn't be more different. Then one of them goes missing. Heard a lot about this. Excited to read it. And I have like 2 or 3 more books coming, but that's all I got today. Okay, so I keep forgetting that I have to actually finish this vlog. It is almost 10 o'clock at night on the 2nd of June. So I'm a bad person because this is the end of my May vlog. I finished my Murder, She Wrote book, which now I can't even remember what it was called. It was razors, rum and razors. I'm sure that was it because there's a razor involved in that story. Let's see, where is it? Yes, rum. What a great camera angle. Rum and Razors. I finished this. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was 3 stars. It was just a page-turning, fun, lovely adventure with likable characters. I didn't call the ending, but I also don't really try to do that when I'm reading mysteries. So I liked it, but when it ended, I definitely felt like, okay, my world wasn't changed. Like it kind of was after Death in Her Hands. So that's it for this vlog. I am going to, however, I think I'm gonna cut my hair. I think I'm finally ready to just be done. Like if it's not greasy, it looks like really unhealthy. So then I like put stuff in it and then it looks shinier and healthier, but also greasy. It's not my vibe anymore. And I feel like I'm moving on in my life now from the pandemic, and this is like pandemic hair. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope this comes together. This is my first in the attempt of doing monthly vlogs. And that's it. So if you enjoyed this vlog, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, all of that stuff. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will be here in the dark with shorter hair reading. So yeah, that's it. Goodbye.